it is very cost effective to do that, and at the same time, it's timely because you will distribute at the very time. But if you are looking at trucks, number one, NAPCL, which is the one that is importing fuel, distributing fuel, doesn't have their own enough trucks. They need to rely on contractors. Those contractors, are they doing the right thing? Some of them at times they will say they hold them, and because of that, they go on strike. They don't. So we need to look at the industry holistically, ensuring that do we need to have NAPCL that used to be operation, now a company, to be the sole importer of refined products? No. How do we get other people to support them in importing the refined products? Then, even if you import, what are the distribution channels like? How do you want to distribute it from Lagos, where the ship berths, to far away Kaduna, to far away Sokoto, to Borno, to Cross River? How do you want to do that to ensure that every nook and cranny of Nigeria gets the supply? So this is very, very important for us to look at. And in as much as those in the sector are thinking about how to enrich themselves, because even because of the corruption that is happening from all the layers of distribution, I start from the NPC itself to the major marketers themselves to the hitman. If you look at the layer of distribution, that there's corruption. So why is it that even to today, NNPCL, it's selling for 580, and some stations are selling as much as 1,000 naira? Look at that gap. So what is happening? What is really happening? That what are the days that when you buy a fuel per liter in Lagos, the same per liter that you bought, the same price, that's what you're going to buy in Osogbo. But now we have price differentials. Why do we have prices? It's because of that of corruption in the layers of distribution in that sector. So there must be a holistic approach to ensure that we don't only fight the distribution issue, but we fight corruption that is endemic in the NNPC and the distribution channel center. So I think if you don't do anything in this regard, then there will be issue. And of course, Baba Tinubu will be that, because he came to salvage the situation. And that was the reason at the time he was sworn, at the time at the time he was trying to tell us what he had in store for Nigeria. That was 2003, May 29. He moved the first subsidy. People thought that, by the removal of the first subsidy, then there will be a sigh of relief by Nigerians. But instead of us to have a sigh of relief, instead of us to have a respite from all the problems we have been having, then we're having multiple problems. So Baba Tinubu should be blamed, because he need to look at that sector holistically and find solution to that. It's enough of sending people to monitor things that have been done. You yourself, I think you need to get there and to know what is happening, instead of relying on Mele Kyari to report back to him. Of course, Nigeria actually vilified Mele Kyari last week when Nigeria was having problem and he had to embark on Umrah. So this is I'm a Muslim myself, but when people are undergoing pains and suffering, not that time that you embark on holy pilgrimage. It is not supported by Islam. It's doing so. I think there must be first-hand information. The man himself, at the end of the affair, I'm talking about Tinubu, should have a kind of talk. He should visit the NNPC. Let's see what is happening. He should get the first information rather than sitting in Abuja to be spoon-fed by those that don't mean well for Nigeria.
We'll take a message at this point when we come with conversations more. Please stay with us.
You don't just allow them to be giving you Mele Kyari. The guy is a billionaire, very rich now. Mele Kyari. All those are guys. Don't report to oil and gas.
I can't
Anything I can't that. But I have my
because I can sue you.
But
the second cow then. All this
some reason. Babanche, Abati, Aburu, Tinubu. What is sign part from where?
Flight and we still have Razak. I just want you to talk a little about this. Now, there's this issue of fuel scarcity, fine, but some people as if the issue of getting to a fuel station and being sold air instead of fuel.
I said in the whole sector, and look at the layer, NNPCL as it is today is one to be blamed. Because why do we have NNPCL as its so important? That's why the fact that we also got to know that they are even deceiving Nigeria, that some company got involved that actually imported dirty fuel. Of course, the like of mattress, they were fingered in the importation of dirty fuel that we had some months back. So they've told us that they are the sole importer. So we agree. Let's agree that they are the sole importer. But why do we have them sole importer when we have a population that is more than 250 million, according to all those projections that we're having? Why do we have them as sole importers? That's the first question. Then the second one is that why are they the only one distributing? Then when you are distributing, you said because of IPMA members, all those marketers, they are jeopardizing your efforts. You said you'll be giving them 20% of allocation. Then you'll be giving major marketers to 80% of allocation, including all the retail outlets of NNPCL. Now, even what you are giving them, some major marketers are being fingered of even selling what you give them as allocation. So those are the corruption that we see is happening. Now, if you give them for less than 580 and they want to do somebody that, okay, if you have this money, come and take it. I don't take it to my own retail outlet. I sell it to somebody. It's now become baranda of a thing. So why do we have that in NNPCL? Why do we have that among major marketers? Why do we have that among people? It's because everybody wants to be on the suffering and hardship Nigeria are facing. So it is so unfortunate that we're not patriotic. It's so unfortunate that we don't love each other. They will just claim to love each other in this country. So those are the issues that we have. Corruption is the main problem that we have. And I want to get rich quick. Oh, Razak, I just started selling fuel today. So because I get opportunity, let me just offload and get whatever I want to get so that I can enjoy with my family. So that is the problem that we have. Corruption is everywhere. And that's very CL. The corruption started from presidency. How and why? Why do we have NNPCL that we say it has been privatized and still be controlled by Azurok? So this is one of the questions I think we need to ask ourselves to correct the anomalies. And that's why I'm calling on Baba Tinubu to look into that and do the needful. Because if you look at it, if you ask me as a student of law, they have run foul of Nigerian Karma. That's the company that matter of 2020. That if you have to privatize, if you have to incorporate a company, you leave the running and management to the shareholders. So why do we still have it controlled from Zazorok? So we need to look at that and ask them questions. Why do we have that to be so? It is by resolving that we can resolve the whole issue. If you don't resolve that, then the whole issue will be left unresolved.
For how long are we going to still be bothered by NNPC being the sole marketer of fuel, in Nigeria, when what Nigerians are expecting to hear right now is that, okay, Port Harcourt refinery has started working, or Kaduna refinery has started working, and yet we still bother our heads with NNPC being the sole refiner petroleum product, and distribution channels is giving us a problem, and this and that.
In my organization business, we got tired because we report every time that they want to open Port Harcourt refinery, and we have reported more than 6 times. So now we are now doing a countdown because they told us it will open it by September 1st. So now if you look at my paper now, we are doing a countdown 6 days, so that we can tell them that, oh, you people, you've come again with your lies. I think this is not the time for us to lie for each other. If this thing cannot work in September, if it is going to work in January, why can't you tell Nigeria, oh, we're very sorry, oh, this thing will work next year January, rather than telling us that it will work in December last year, it will start working by June to say it will start working. So I don't understand why we need to be like that. And in a country where we have different ethnic group, where we have different political colorations, where we have different people that are with different mindsets, we cannot have NNPCL to be the sole importer of fuel when we have a very large number with a large, in fact, I can, from here to Maduguri, how many days will it consume? So why do we need to have a sole importer and a sole distributor of fuel for us? For God's sake. So it is part of action that is happening to us in Nigeria. And because that is why we need answers to our questions.
Okay.
Why do we need NNPCL that used to be a corporation now being a company, still being run by Asorok? Why do we have them as the sole importer of fuel? A lot of questions.
There are issues on the table, no doubt about that. We'll come back to them.
Yeah, coming from the Punch newspaper, Nigeria sitting on a ticking time bomb, says Catholic bishops. The Catholic Bishops Conference of Nigeria described as worrisome the state of the nation, noting that Nigeria is, present sitting on a ticking time bomb. Other President Bolaji, president of the Catholic body, who is the Archbishop of Owerri, and the president of the Catholic Bishop Conference of Nigeria, Most Reverend Lucius Ogoji, said that this in his welcome address. Yeah, we already know the situation in the country. I mean, it's been out the front burner, poverty, hardship, and corruption. So even the Catholic bishops are saying that if care is not taken, the nation should contend, with more protests.
Well, we need to commend the man of God telling us that we need to be very careful. But that's what might happen, because we just need to appeal to our presidents and our governors to listen to all this and act accordingly. In the last, how many months now? In the last 15 months that Baba Tinubu got to power, if you look at the price of commodities, they have been tripled. When Baba was to be mounted the mantle of leadership, the price of rice per bag at that time was still moving around 5,000 naira to 40,000. Today, rice is very close to 100,000 naira per bag. When Baba also was to be sworn in, If you are going from Lafenwa to Ashiro, the price of transport fare was 200 naira. Today, if you are going from Lafenwa to Ashiro, I'm very sure you spend more than 600 naira. So what this is telling you is that petroleum, or let's say the fuel as a whole, whether petrol, diesel, they determine the cost of living. It determines the cost of living for us in this part of the world. So if something of that of that magnitude, something that's so important like fuel, people don't even see it, let alone buy it, then there is problem. We are suffering. We are only silent. People are really suffering. People are suffering to the extent that some people might not eat even for 2 days. And it is in our communities, different your community, everybody's community. So let's assume all these people revolt at it go. They revolt in all communities that we have in the country, all the 774 local governments. Then can we have security that can control them? No. Therefore, our governors must listen and act accordingly. People are really suffering. People are hungry. And the hungry man is an angry man. We need to really find solution to this, because this is August, we are going to September. If you don't find solution to this thing before December, only God knows what will happen. And that's the reason people are talking, men of God are talking from the pulpit. They're talking from different mosques. It is better for our government to listen to them and act accordingly, so that we forestall any eventualities that may befall Nigeria. May God help us.
Amen. Yeah, there is a report in the Vanguard which we should take quickly before we open the lines this morning, and it's borders on the security situation in the country, how reactionary is the security system, how proactive are they in responding to security situations, like the situation in Sokoto, where the emir of a particular community in Kobe was killed. And as they were still in the mourning mood, these same bandits came back and took away 150 people of the same community. Now, the Vanguard says, as the people of Gobir in Sokoto State were mourning the death of the emir, Alhaji Isa Muhammad Bawa, who was murdered by bandits, the hoodlums have reportedly invaded the community again and kidnapped 150. A visitor, Professor Bello Bada, made this known in an interview with Newsman on Sunday, alleging that the scurvy activities of bandits in the area was due to certain lapses from many quarters. We have been talking about bandits for a very long time. When are we likely to see an end to that?
Banditries, kidnapping are what actually happened to us that made all those food staple to be very, very expensive. If you look at the plastic of beans today in markets, look at how much they sell it. Let alone we talk about onion, and talk about even cow. That almost all of these are being imported from neighboring countries. And when you import, then they abuse you, because we are going to have price differentials. Today, dollar is increasing. Today, silver that was as poor as anything compared to Nigeria, today is more than Nigeria. It's about 10 naira to Nigeria, 1 silver to 10 naira. So that is telling you that it's Nigeria. Then the issue of banditry, we will not fight them and conquer them soon. Today, we pray that we have Nigeria population is between 20 million to 250 million. Now, if you combine those that are in charge of internal security, police, civil defense, and all other paramilitaries, join them together, they are not up to 20 million. And you want them to secure more than 250 million people. So what that means is that you are having 10% of security to that population. So what do you think 10%, that is less than 10% would do to really secure us? we are only deceiving ourselves in this country. We don't have security at all. Because look at your community when you sleep. It's only God that wake you up. In every community now, even those that we engage to be securing us, they are asking for increase in salary. And quite a number of people cannot afford that. So I go and do that research. Even in Abeokuta, go and look at how many CDAs are having night guards again, because the prices they cannot afford to pay them, and some houses are not paying at all because they are looking for money to eat, and you ask them to go and pay for night guard when they are not even eating themselves. So a large number of CDAs in Abeokuta, as I'm talking now, don't have night guards. So now tell me, what do you think will happen when we go and sleep? It's only God
that protects us.
that protects us. It's so unfortunate that where may God help us and protect us.
All right, we should open the lines now.
All right, the number 0803-437-9453 or 0815-032-0226. Those are the numbers to call to be part of the program. You can actually call in and let's listen to your opinions on the headlines this morning. 0803-437-9453 or 0815-032-0226.
Good morning.
It baffles me the way our country are going. Many people cannot eat the square meat again now. They are saying either 101 or 100
Not at all.
001 is well with our country.
Amen.
Talking of Benin Republic, I can't forget when a friend wants to sell the property there. 120 million Cotonou
Yes.
is 50 million Nigeria.
Yes. Yes, then 130 million.
By the time the price got skyrocketed, Nigerian buyers ran away from the property.
Yes.
In fact, Cotonou, as the greatest business Nigeria, and I'm very constant there. Funny enough is that from touching to Ashero, in fact, people have to think before they go out because of the transport fare. But I just hope, because we know that we have some people that will call and Jenny Madaru.
Yes.
Because I once asked my son 2 days ago that if you are selling generator, will you pay that there should be a constant electricity?
Yes.
So some people are really eating fat in this suffering of Nigeria. But campaign in Nigeria are so much that I just pray and hope that actually will be able to crush them. But that's the most important thing that we see now. So our Yaloja, Babaloja should quickly also about food items too. But that's the most important thing in life.
Very right. Very much. Very right.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Yes, our Loja, Baba Loja should also they need to be considerate too, because the weight is also increase.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning,
Sir. Good morning, sir. Thank you, sir.
I want to summarize my contribution by saying that thinking on what the contributions of focus on contributions of Nigeria and said Nigeria is sitting on the platform.
Yes.
Unfortunately, Nigerians don't want to tell them. They want people who will tell them, oh, we should tell them. Nobody, no reasonable person will want any question to say. Because when you comment this, the Nigerian nation and everybody will suffer. But so I am interested in this government succeeding. Whether it's because when I problem Nigeria, everybody will suffer. But we're not telling them to do. President, may not be able to solve this problem. But I'm not sure that if he has another person, that they are able to solve the problem either. Because Nigerians are full of corrupt people. People who want to take part in the success of others. People who are starting to. That is what we have. Something about West Africa. That is there is corruption in the whole system that was telling us why cannot have that position process, the social process. Not that I'm telling you everything is part of the I was telling us government why they cannot do the process. They are not giving us the effort that we I don't think I have I'm not very concerned about this country. Now, this is talking about security in some people's state. Is not very shameful. But somebody was killed, and the next man came back and abducted all of the people. And we are saying that I'm not sure that the children of my thoughts is good enough. Maybe that I will collaborate us. The same thing in the world sector. There are people who want to make this nation dry. Same thing with I'm sure that some people say they are talking nonsense. They get the phone to I will tell you, Nigerians are full of sacrifice. They don't want to tell the truth because this is what they are also seeing that
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you for calling.
I'm not sure but we can never solve this problem.
Yeah. 0803 437 9453 and 0815 032 0226. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning, sir.
Thank you.
Okay.
My name is Debo. I'm calling from Mabo. Yeah, like I've been saying since. I have to ask one question, Razak.
Go ahead.
So this government has been listening here to people at all. That's number one. Number two, is there any way that we can promulgate the law that the lines on during their campaign and everything, them accountable for those things. And also, you come here and say the next sold for the financial lane of this for this one for that. And at the end of the day, for the whole year, nothing will be done on that. Is Is there anyone who can sue them to court for that? Then three, what is the way out of this imbroglio we are inside in? Is there any way at all? Because people have been saying this for years. They don't listen. So what do we do next? We say, okay, we protested, we've done this, we've done that, and then we say they are now targeting different people. Anybody that's writing against the government, they are in trouble. They block accounts of the bank government.
The one was speaking yesterday.
And they block accounts of the looter.
It's a serious case.
The free banking they are talking about, is it for the common man or for the looter? I'm stolen 10 billion, I have 2 billion government, this is the rest for me, and it's in the law. What is the way out of this legalized fraud we're perpetrating in the country? How do we do legal access out of it? Because it's very disgusting. And we are talking about restructuring. We are personal individuals. Let us go and restructure our mind. If I get to power today, I will do what than them. What is the way out of all this?
Thank you very much.
Thank you. So I think I have to summarize it that the way out of it is that we cannot promulgate any law to hold them accountable because it's a political statement that they are making.
Right.
So, morning, good to you, OGBC.
Good morning,
Good
good
morning.
father.
I am a very good father. I want to talk about this security and therefore our security forces. Okay. Razak said that there is a population of 250 million. And possibly we will have security men around 20 million. But then I want to tell you that it is not all the country, all the states of the country that are immersed in this security. There are some. So why can't the security think tanks now find out to mobilize forces from those regions that are not immersed in insecurity to those parts that are really concerned about insecurity? Look at the National Intelligence Agency chairman. Someone has resigned because he knew that area and failed. So to me, I think these people are they're no thinking upstairs what to do about this insecurity. So why should a particular bandit group say don't go to social place unless you pay 200 million? Then why can't the rangers of the civil defense force and cough? Then tell them that they haven't in the bush to sort out protests about banditry.
Okay.
Then that's also the problem. That is a particular responsibility to ensure that these bandits or terrorists are taken care of
All right.
when they come of other forces. So why it is a total for them?
Okay. Thank you.
People should be prepared and as you know. Thank you.
Thank you very
I think
much.
you should understand that we have different insecurities that's peculiar to different areas. If you go to the east now, IPOB is there. Would you move insecurity out of that place? No. If you come to where you think is peaceful, Ogun State, we are battling with cultism. So where do you think it's safe in Nigeria now?
Anyway, our time is fast spent. We won't keep talking about these issues, and we hope that one day we will be able to summon the challenges. We appreciate you for being part of this edition and for being patriotic, lending your voice to the important discussions. And for those who we cannot accommodate, we also want to appeal. Don't worry, we'll have another time tomorrow. Thank you very much for staying tuned.
I want to appreciate the editors at Adeyinka Jakunle Olagunju, our city ladies, Fola Keshoeto, Miriam Ogunniyi, and the studio manager has been Nadi Tokwadibom. Of course, it's been Oshola Honide production. I am Bolaji. Is a saying, have a beautiful rest of your Monday.
Our guest this morning, Razak Ayinla, thank you very much for coming in.
It's a pleasure always.
We'll see you again next. Debo Adeyinka is my name. Have a nice day.
Are we?
Go share.
What did I